Damn, I really do have a lot of nice merch on here. That's crazy. Oh, my bad. Yeah, go check that out in the description. Go check that in the description. Fang Gang merch. There was a school shooting in Nashville recently, and I don't know much about it, but I'm willing to actually really look into it and find out more without a doubt, because it seems like it's extremely tragic, and there's a lot of things about this that could either be cautionary tales or just be informative. So I want to look at this video from Officer Tatum when he's speaking on it, and apparently the suspect was identified as someone who identifies as transgender. I'm not saying nothing. Let's hear it. Let's hear it out. Let's see what information is presented, and then I'll give an opinion. It's a wild world we live in, bro.
Bob, as you just touched on there, Bob, we don't know a ton of details about the shooter, but let me just walk you through a little bit about what we do. Now, Hale was a former student at the Covenant School, rather. They do identify as transgender.
I knew it.
Damn, that's crazy. I don't know how you knew off the jump. How you knew out the gate. How did you know out the gate, bro? That's crazy. I would need to know more information. I didn't know that. I didn't know much about the situation in general, but damn, how he knew. Is this an ad? Looks like, yeah, this is a donation. Hey, for the full video, go to Officer Tatum's channel to watch it uninterrupted by me with my high self. I'm sitting here just keeping it real, but I will be pausing and interrupting and giving my opinion.
Subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment on the channel.
But go check it out.
Come on, bro. Let's get into this. Let's talk about the shooting that happened in Nashville at the private school. Right now, according to the information that I have,
it's a professional
I
setup.
don't have any indication of the motive of this young person. According to reports, it was a female. Looked like she was around school age. I think it just came out. My producer was telling me that she was a former student,
so a former student came back and what the hell? What's going on? Like, this is a wild, nasty, disgusting world we live in. What's wrong with people?
It doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand.
Is anybody harmed?
The fact that she went into the school through a side door.
How?
Automatically.
How did they even get into school, bro? School's got to have better security, right? Back when I was in school, they literally had a team of people that was constantly by the doors. They were to make sure people didn't sneak out, but also to make sure people didn't sneak in, right? So how is this person able to get past everybody and just slide in through a side door? That's crazy.
They went to the second floor and began shooting.
And got to the second floor.
When I see something like that, what it tells me is that it's personal. It tells me that it's somebody that's familiar with the school. Because if you're just going in to do a random shooting, you bust in the door and then you're just shooting the first people.
They went to a specific location. So yeah, I would say that's personal. I would 100% say something was going on. They went straight to the second floor, yeah.
See, in many cases, people like that are not effective, thank God, because they don't know the layout of the school. They don't know if they're going during the break or not.
Right.
But somebody that's gone to the school picked the appropriate time that they know they're going to catch the people that they want to catch. It appears that it was about 6 adults shot. I mean, 3.
Wait, y'all said they said she left the one school because it was too much security. So they went and made an attempt with a different school, and the other school had too much security, so they went to this one. How did they know the layout? They went through the door, actually. Oh, that's crazy. So it was locked, and they shot through. No one heard. How did they get to the second floor? What? Cameras should have been on it. Like, there's mad things that seem crazy about that, but still, all right. So they blasted through the door. I don't know how you don't hear that. How did they make it to the second floor at all? Alarm should have been going off, right? Like, literally hit the fire alarm, something. They released video of the attack. Looks like the windows of the door. Let me look. I'm not going to show it because I'm not risking it with YouTube the way that they be on. But I'm pulling it up and let me see a clip. I've seen photos. Let me see a blatant clip. Let me see a clip. Nashville. Damn, a lot of things be happening in Nashville, bro. A lot of things that popped up when I went to search it. Nashville. Why is this not the first thing that pops up? I know it's recent, but that should have been the first thing that popped up. That's so weird. Okay, all right. I'm looking at the footage. Oh, man. Okay, through the doors. How the hell you don't hear that? That was more than one shot. They released the CCTV footage, Nashville, climbing through the windows, walking up, fully suited up. Oh my gosh. This is horrifying. Yeah, I don't think I could show this. Even though it's on YouTube, I'm not risking it. This is horrifying. Oh, man. Okay, I see alarms are going off finally. Yeah, that's scary as hell, bro. That's scary as hell. Now I'm looking at the body cam footage. Yeah, this is crazy. Oh, man, that's horrible. That was horrifying. They had to hear that. And it looked like alarms finally started going off eventually, but yo, that is so unfortunate, man. Yikes.
3 adults shot and killed, 3 children shot and killed.
It was her old school.
The speed of response of the police officers were absolutely astonishing. I can't believe it. From the time the call came out, which was around 12, I think it was like 12:13 or something like that. And they were able to eliminate the threat at about 12:27. It took them about 14 minutes to completely eliminate the threat in an active school shooting. Now,
to be honest, I don't know if that's like extremely fast or slow for that type of situation. I would have to know like what's the average rate for how long does it take. You said no security, so they didn't have security at the school. Why would they not have security at the school? Or at least like maybe monitors to not from students, but like some kind of title for people that's in charge of the security of the school, right? Is that only for older kids? Like, or maybe that's just for inner city? What is the? Because I had that in my schools, in junior high school, I think elementary to some degree, especially because it was older kids that would try to sneak in and beat people up. Yeah, teachers like the teacher from Lean On Me. And now you call him Batman. That was the teachers we had. Now you call them Batman, bro.
That's a good
snatch you up if you try to run up in there.
It's a good thing because that was a tremendous response.
Okay, so that is all right. So that's a fast time for a response for that. Okay.
Uvalde, where it took them an hour or so to get into the school, and it was a lot.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's way faster.
Seeing officers be able to respond quickly and eliminate.
It's a Christian school. Oh my God, this is a hate crime. Then this is a hate crime. This was a Christian school. So someone who was trans went into a Christian school. Y'all serious? It was really this is a hate crime. That's crazy. Oh man, wow. If that's true, wow.
The threat on the second floor was very important.
And people say I'm crazy when I say people are attacking Christians, right? When I do my videos saying how I'm gonna speak loud and proud of how I'm a Christian, I'm always seeing people, and I'm sick of it, seeing Christians get attacked. People say I'm crazy. You got punks like Hunter Avalon saying I'm losing my mind. But then stuff like this happens?
Given the fact they didn't know where the shooter was. They were clearing the first floor, heard some shots, they went up to the second
just because you love the Lord.
Eliminated the threat. Now, I will say this. Why is it?
Yeah, that ain't gonna front. That pissed me off.
We are still going.
Let me see if they're gonna detail that. That pissed me off. They really shot up a Christian school, bro. Let me stop talking because I'm gonna get pissed. I'm gonna get pissed even more. That's crazy.
Today,
it's crazy, bro. That's wild. That's wild.
Getting a gun, you ain't gonna stop it. I don't care who you think.
And you got the president talking about some ice cream. He talking about some wanting ice cream when this is happening.
Unless you're Jesus Christ of Nazareth, you're not going to stop people from getting a gun. They can get a gun stolen. They can legally buy a gun, then go crazy.
Yeah.
And all of the guns that are circulating in the market right now in the United States of America, you cannot ban AR-15s and think that the guns are not going to be circulating for a significant amount of time after you ban the firearms. So what can we do?
Beef
We
up
don't know
security.
which school would be next. We don't know who's
Gotta beef up security to some extent. Like, have someone who's like literally their purpose is to have procedures in order and to have the camera set up to where they are eyeing every place in. Man, I've worked in certain locations of businesses. I worked in a mailroom for a business building, like to where every floor was a different millionaire business. It was crazy. Like I've got some of the craziest financial advice just from walking in and delivering something and asking a question like, "Yo, man, why y'all spend thousands of dollars on lunch every day? Like that's crazy." And that rich dude had the nerve to tell me, "Because it's cheaper to do that than having these people go out while my stocks is not being watched after." I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's crazy." Now he hit me with some real shit. Because they used to order like thousands of dollars worth of food every day, talking lobster or type of shit. But in there, in that building, the security was not really like a lot of people, but it was done to a sufficient way to where that would never happen. You wouldn't even make it into the front door, bro. If you try to climb up the little, like, I guess the sign that we had on the outside, before you even get a second step, security saw you from the camera and will come out. "Excuse me, come down from there." They were on it, boy. We had buttons that they would press. I'm talking because eventually I became the supervisor for the mailroom. So I had to have meetings with the security staff to make sure that I knew procedures and how to contact them and make sure certain buttons on the phone to press. So all types of shit. So they can beef up like just protection for the children. To the Trans Resistance Network group made a statement. They're more worried about the welfare of trans people. Excuse me? On why this person was unwell. What? Okay, what? Then the kids and that's crazy. So they're putting the person who did this ahead of the actual children. Wow. Disgusting. This is a disgusting event. How many people were harmed? Were there people that were injured or hurt?
who's going to crack up today or tomorrow. So what shall we do? As easy as the noonday sun, we should have police officers present on campus.
Yeah.
How is that difficult?
Fam, I thought that was regular. Am I tripping? Hold up. Wait. In my high school that I went to, at least when I lived in that state, all the schools had at least bare minimum one representative from the police force. I remember because I used to cut school all the time, and I remember they told me this one officer told me all I had to do was go to the police office station, and she would drive me to school. So just to annoy her, I would always show up to the police station at like 12 p.m. Like, I'm late for school, guys. And they'd be like, it's him again. And then one of them would drive me. And they would only do it because her ranking as a police officer was so high that they had to listen to us. I just kept annoying him when I was a kid. Like, okay, you want me to go to school? Okay, if I missed the bus. And I would just walk into the station. Hey, your sergeant said that you got to take me to school. And so eventually they was like, all right, we got to stop doing that because you taking advantage. I was like, okay, so you get the point. Nigga, if I missed the bus, I missed the bus, bro. Fuck y'all talking about. Give me my GED. Anyway, that's another thing. But I thought that was standard that every school had a police officer as a representative. So I guess no, but that should be the standard though. That should be. You dropped a screenshot of the statement. Ben, I'm gonna check it out. 6 victims plus the shooter. The 6 victims? Wow. That is so unfortunate.
Lock the door of the school. How is it that difficult?
Well, they locked it. It looked like from the footage I just seen, they blasted through it was a glass door. Right? I don't think they should have glass doors. Like, I don't think my school didn't have glass ones. I think we had like these weird chance to where you locked out.
Those two things being put into place will save the lives of students and children who are left unarmed in the school. Look at Uvalde. Imagine if they would have locked the doors in Uvalde. And most people remember Uvalde. Imagine if they would have locked the doors like they're supposed to. Just lock the door. Then imagine if the doors were not locked and they had a police officer actually on campus.
I think every school should have at least one police officer.
The death.
Have a representative, yeah. A bare minimum one, so you can handle things temporarily and call for backup. I think that, there's nothing wrong with having at least one officer in a school.
Toll being
Shit,
mitigated
a mall too.
by a tremendous factor.
Anywhere where things like
I
this
would argue that nobody probably would have died at Uvalde.
Well, usually the procedure for malls, because I worked for a mall years ago, is that they have something called red coats, which maybe I shouldn't be telling y'all this, but there's something called red coats. Movie theaters have this too, where it's usually a retired officer that's like off duty or something, either off duty or retired, who will come in regular clothes and just walk around the mall. They usually pay somebody to do that. Right? In the movie theater and when I worked in malls, it was called red coat. So whenever something would happen, we would scream red coat on the walkie-talkie and some random guy would come and snatch you up. I remember this one dude, he had a weapon on him and he kept trying to fight one of the guards, right? In the mall. This is when I worked in the mall. And I remember, this is years ago too, when I was young. I remember I called for the red coat on the walkie-talkie. Yo, that nigga snatched him up so crazy. I was like, oh, snap. He definitely didn't know this guy was a cop. He came out of nowhere, whoop, 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 with the jumpsuit on. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Cuffed him. Called his boys, his boys that was on duty. Called them over. Yo, he threatening people with the weapon. I'm like, oh, wow. So I think things like that should be a little bit more normalized, right? Especially when it comes to protecting the children.
Had a police officer that was on campus that can confront the suspect face one-on-one. Not trying to.
He said public schools have that, but not Christian schools.
Getting shot
Why
at.
not?
I mean, now you've created a situation where it's a lot.
They should as a school
to combat. And I just want us to understand that, because I think we have a solution to the problem, but we have too many people that are cowardice and they don't want to step up and do what's right. The easy thing to do is to blame the gun. The easy thing to do
I'm not blaming
is to
that.
blame politicians.
I'm blaming the person who went in there like a madman and let off. That's who I'm blaming. I'm blaming the lunatic. That's who I'm blaming.
The hard thing to do is to raise your kids right. The second hardest thing to do is for us to be able to manage these people in the mental health system. I guarantee you this young lady who went into school, they said, with 2 assault-style weapons, which I don't know what the flying flip that is.
Crazy.
What is an assault-style weapon? That's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. But anyway, 2 assault-style weapons and a handgun. I guarantee you that this young person wasn't a Rhodes Scholar and decided to come back and pay the school a visit because she loved it so much. I guarantee you this was a troubled student, bullied student.
But if they're not in the school, what are they like, traumatized and they got memories? So they like, let's go back and light this joint up? That sounds crazy. What? There's no excuse for why you would ever do that. But, no trauma. Like, I don't care what trauma they was going through. Kids get bullied all the time. I was bullied as a kid. So I started wrecking havoc, boy. Step my hands up. Step my knuckle game up. Was out here looking like Mike Tyson in his prime. Well, I was in here doing a Dempsey roll in this month. Dempsey roll. Then I start throwing the kicks in there. They ain't never seen that coming. Anyway, I digress. There's ways to handle it. Like this, that sounds wild.
And this student
they were 28 years old.
Something against somebody at the school. To where they enter into
like a teacher? They had something against a teacher?
Door, go upstairs, and ended up killing 3 teachers and 3 students. That to me, that was a targeted thing by this young person.
3 teachers, 3. That's ridiculous.
And so I honestly believe that the 2 hard things I already mentioned,
like the
parenting,
religious school too,
the mental health, and then securing the school. That's like the third. Let me put it in the camera so you see it. That's like the third hard thing.
This is crazy.
These 3 hard things will essentially eliminate or mitigate this.
So how did he walk up? Yo, did you see well, they didn't show a picture, but the way this person was dressed, I find it hard to believe they go walk up in broad daylight to the school dressed like that. And no one saw that. How was that even possible?
It's ever happening.
No one saw that?
Banning guns ain't going to stop anything. It's not going to stop anything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because we're going to have to go and revisit the question. You're going to say, well, how did this young person get their hands on a gun? Probably because she was over 21, potentially. You don't need to be 21 to carry an AR-15, but probably because she was over 21 to get a handgun.
Y'all saying his name was
She may have
28.
been of age enough to save enough money to buy a gun. How do you stop that from happening? Because you can be sane.
This is crazy. That same money you spent on buying a weapon, you could have spent on your mental health if it was really getting hectic for you. Like, I want to know more. Like, did the person leave like a letter or something like that, or a note or a video?
Nobody turned her in. Nobody mentioned she was nutty. Nobody mentioned that she had been bullied and had made suicidal or homicidal ideation. Nobody mentioned it whatsoever.
They were bullied in school. What was it? What was this? Elementary school? Whatever school this was. They 28, right? Come on, fam. How long you gonna be thinking about when you were bullied as a kid, bro? For how long? Bro, like, and I understand, yeah, bullying is crazy, yeah. Sometimes it makes you strong as hell. But for how long? You gonna come out, like, instead of getting yourself in order and figuring out your mental state, this is what you do? It's crazy. Crazy.
Therefore, she can't be checked, and therefore she can't be stopped from purchasing a firearm to go and commit murder. But I really wish that we would have an honest conversation and stop beating around the bush, being silly all the time. These politicians, I don't want to hear them speak. I want to hear parents speak. The parents.
You said some people are saying it's because Tennessee passed the law banning transgender surgery for children. So they take them out the game? So there's people who's like, oh, okay, let's delete them from the video game because they won't be able to have surgery at this age. Might as well just, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Should speak.
Yeah, this is a terrorist attack. Facts.
The teachers should speak, and the politicians should respond, because their job is not to somehow arbitrarily come up with ideas.
Oh, you ain't heard? You ain't heard Byron? Byron said he wants some ice cream. Byron said he only showing up for the ice cream.
You are a representative of what the people want. And in this particular situation, somebody needs to have leadership and be able to protect those young people. Because if we don't protect them, who's going to protect them?
Right.
If we don't have law enforcement at the school, who's going to protect the kids? They can't carry guns. The teachers can't carry guns.
Right.
And law enforcement, it took them 10 minutes. If this young girl wanted to mass shoot the school up, she could have killed way more people than 6 people. She must have not been attempting to kill a
Wait, y'all said people are blaming Matt Walsh and the Daily Wire for this? How? The fuck is wrong with people? How? How is this Matt Walsh and the Daily Wire's fault? Teachers should be allowed to carry if they so choose. I believe so as well. I definitely agree with that.
People. She could have killed way more than 6 because it took them 10 minutes. Now, 10 minutes is extremely fast in a circumstance like this, but 10 minutes.
That's crazy.
I want y'all to understand. I've probably been talking for about 10 minutes. See how long that is?
Right.
That's a long time for somebody to have free reign and unobstructed in the school
and just walk around. Weapons. Right.
And I'm assuming a good amount of ammo. So we need to really figure this out. And I don't think it's
crazy. They just walking around freely, just doing as they please with that weapon. That's insane, bro. That's really wild. That's wild.
Much out of the budget to get a few officers at the school.
Yeah.
Make sure you lock the door.
One, bare minimum, one.
On and in and out of season. These are the things that I think that we should be focused on, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll continue this conversation because obviously it's interesting that it's a female suspect. Normally,
just one is all you would have needed. Just one officer in that school.
Females don't engage in conduct like this. So I'm interested to see, as information come out, what was the background this young lady, and why did she do such a thing?
Just said that the Speaker of the House came on TV and instantly started blaming the Republicans and right-wing media before they learned the person was trans. Then after they find out, the person just makes jokes. Yeah, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. That's foul.
Tremendous,
That's the world we live in, right?
crime
That's what
against
society
children
is.
at an elementary. Breaking news in the shooting that happened in Nashville, Tennessee. We have the young person who's now been identified.
28.
And I knew it the whole time that this is what it was going to be. When you see a Christian private school targeted, you already should know.
This is a hate crime. Why is this not spoken about more? If it was a alphabet school, right? The alphabet agenda school, and this happened, this would have been on every news station. Every YouTuber named Mama would have been talking about this, right? The president would have been cracking ice cream jokes. And he would have lost his mind. He'd have been like, can we send someone to get them from Russia? No, that's not what's going on, President. Oh, okay. Well, we'll handle it. Handle it ASAP. All right, but because it's a Christian school, they don't care about Christians, right? You could say and do whatever to Christians according to the rest of society. Why? Because we have love for the Lord. We repping that Jesus crew. It's crazy because we found peace within our spirituality. It's really nasty, bro. We live in a dangerous world. To be someone with logic or to be, let alone a Christian, is really dangerous in this world, bro. It's really dangerous. These woke people, these woke agenda, punk blue-pilled losers, these disgusting losers. I'm calling them disgusting because of the way that they're thinking of handling these situations, like in particular this event that we're talking about. It's foul, bro. It's foul. Right? And I'm not saying anyone who's in the alphabet is this crazy. That's not what I'm saying at all, right? But there's a certain level of crazy to where they would just take whatever banner they could take and lose their mind. I'm not down with the extreme. You get what I mean? But if you're a part of the alphabet community, even you got to be sitting here like this is wild. Right? If not, then you just a sheep. It's not about what side's on what side. Remember, I'm not even considering myself on the right. I'm not considering myself on the left. I don't believe in no political philosophy 100%. I don't mess with it. I see a few things here and there that I like, but I don't mess with no political philosophy. I don't have no political ideology. None of that. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. None of that. Right? And I can tell you, this is foul. This is wrong. Period.
That it has to be somebody who hate Christians. But let me just say this. Will the media cover this like they should? Because if this was a Jewish center for kids or a Muslim center for kids, or, like a school that was primarily the religion was of another nature other than Christian, they'll be covering it all day long. They'll be talking about the increase in hate against the Muslim community, against the Jewish community.
Nonstop. It would be getting 24-hour, 24/7 coverage. Non-stop. Every YouTuber and their mama would be doing videos talking about it. All types of breakdowns, all types of exclusive information. Mad things, bro. That's why I thought it was important to actually speak about this.
Talk about it against the Christian community. Let me give you the update. The young person that was arrested, allegedly, or not arrested, the person is now deceased, that was shot and killed after shooting and killing 6 people in the school in Nashville, a Christian private school. I'm not going to say the person's name because they don't need to get any kind of glory or representation.
I'm not going to put them like anyone who's just in the alphabet community in a box because look, I check the comment section all the time. There's people in the alphabet community that are like, yo, BX, I'm a big fan of you. I agree with everything you say. People are losing their minds, right? The same way there's people that follow me that are Democrats that be like, Beast, you right. I know you don't follow any political philosophy and you're not voting or whatever, but you calling it how you see and I can respect that. Right? So I'm not going to group anything because the same way like all Republicans ain't the same or all people on the right ain't the same or all people Democrats are not the same. There are people who are part of the alphabet community who disagree with all this foolery that's going on in the world right now. They not with the children going to drag shows. They not with this stuff being pushed inside the school and agenda. They not with watching a Disney movie and seeing a whole relationship, right, an alphabet relationship flourish before their eyes when the whole movie's supposed to be Lightyear. Why am I watching 5 minutes of this? That makes no sense. It's a Lightyear movie. Is this his relationship flourishing? No, this is the alphabet person that he works with. We just watching their marriage and okay. Right. So yeah, I'm not gonna box it, right? So I'm not gonna say all alphabet people act like this or whatever. But there is an agenda, and there are crazy Looney Tunes that are using the woke agenda and all this other stuff in the alphabet communities and whatever community, the black community, right? So like the same way, if a black person did some crazy crime, I'm not going to say all black person are like that. Just because someone in the alphabet community did it, I'm not going to say all people in the alphabet community are doing this. But what this is a blatant hate crime towards a Christian school from someone who is in the alphabet community, whose mind was probably warped from the woke agenda and went to the extreme. This is an extremist that we're probably watching.
The problem now, they know they're going to get plastered all over the news, so they go and do these shootings so you can talk about their name and put their picture everywhere. However, this person identified as transgender. So it appears that this was a boy who identified as a girl, and out of full throttle hatred towards Christianity, decide to go into school and kill Christians. Now, let me read a little bit of this article because it's breaking now, and I want to make sure I get all the facts right. It says, following the shooting, this individual was killed when they encountered officers. It says they?
Yeah, I definitely think that teachers should carry, without a doubt, to protect themselves and the students. Yeah. And I think that they should make it mandatory that they go through training as well with it. I think teachers should carry it and go through yearly training with their weapon, 100% to protect the children, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Oh my God. They even had put they in the article. When they encountered officers on the second floor by 1027, 4
Y'all said no was a girl who identified as a boy?
minutes into the shooting. Let me tell you what, hold on. Let me just stop real quick.
Don't change nothing for me.
They meaning the news outlet, literally put they encountered officers. Do you know how stupid this is? Because when I was reading it, it threw me off because they is plural. I thought it was multiple people. One person encountered officers on the second floor, and they still calling them a they in the article.
That could just be poor grammar, because I ain't going front. I would probably say they too as well if I was writing real fast. All right. Or I could just be wrong and maybe they purposely called them they. Or some they/them stuff. Because I know even like recently, I forgot what video I was like talking in, some video I did where I said they, but I wasn't calling someone a they/them. And someone was in my comment section like, yeah, if this person's so woke, why are you calling them/they? And I was like, I just think it's probably just me messing it up with grammar, to be honest. Same thing when I put there. Sometimes I spell that wrong. And people be in the comment section, you spelled there wrong and inside it. I'm like, oh, I don't feel like putting all that extra shit. You know what the fuck I'm at. You knew what I'm at, man. You knew what I'm at. So I don't want to put too much stress on that. But it is possible that maybe they were aware of what this person was born as and the alphabet aspect, and they started calling them they/them on purpose. But I don't know. I don't know exactly. I don't know if this person, the writer, was aware.
We know by now that this person, we know the name, we know that the person's a former student, and I can almost guarantee you the person wasn't trans when they were at the school. And the news know, New York Post, what I'm reading, they know.
Yeah, said the article when he's reading the gender really wasn't clear when they first wrote. See, there you go. Kind of the same way when he just covered this in this very video before he knew what this person was and he called them a she or whatever. So yeah, I'm not going to put too much stress on the article.
And they still decide to call this boy a they. It never seems to amaze me. Since police said that this person was equipped with at least 2 rifles.
Crazy.
It says assault style rifle. Somebody show me a rifle that ain't an assault style. What does that even mean? Anyway, assault style rifles and a handgun and searching it says her, I guess
Yeah,
his
so they
family
didn't want to
home in
offend them,
Nashville. Officers
probably.
found detailed maps and a manifesto of the attack.
They got a manifesto? Okay, we need to read that. Is that manifesto out? Guys, is the manifesto out already? Because maybe that would tell you why they did this. Now, it's not important because they discussed them regardless, right? Doesn't mean trying to defend them, but if it gives me more knowledge, or maybe if they had partners, if this was a setup, if someone influenced them to make these decisions, were they reading books? I would like to take a look at that manifesto. If they wrote a detailed manifesto on why they were doing this in the first place, I would like to take a look at that, right? Okay, it's not out? Not yet? Okay, it's not out yet. All right. So I'm going to do an update. If it's out, I want to read that joint. I want to see what the hell was on this person's biscuit. I got to know. That's not me giving 100% like, I guess, value to the manifesto. Like, cause sometimes I've read manifestos and motherfuckers and said they was watching SpongeBob SquarePants or some shit. Or a dog told them to do it. So we could get more information though, right? That's what I'm saying. We could get more information from the manifesto. I would like to take a look at it if it comes out. If you guys have access to it or when it does come out, post it in my Discord under the suggestions. In the next live stream I do, I will cover it as a topic and read it as much as I could, as much as I can read. Yeah, this is a 28-year-old transgender person. I don't know if they was a woman that transitioned to a man or a man that transitioned to a woman. But this is a 28-year-old person who transitioned. I think you guys were saying that this is a man that transitioned to a woman, right?
Now, I hope that they're playing this on the news all day long because this is an attack on Christianity.
You know how hard it was for me to find this video when I was searching it, when I was trying to find the footage? Bam, every other time I put 2 letters in it, it'll tell me exactly what I'm looking for. This time, that joint's like, do you mean Nashville Hall of Fame? No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Attack in this country for a very long time. This is a manifestation of the hatred and vitriol.
So this is a woman that transitions to a man, you guys are saying in the chat? This is a woman that transitions to a man? Okay. And so they were Andre Hell, and they transitioned into Aiden Hell. Okay. I hope they rest in the hell. Well, that's not my decision.
Because Christians have a standard. The left-wing media
feel like it's a young lady. To attack him. Yeah, this is a woman, I guess.
Christian people, and I'm going to tell you this. Christian people.
This is crazy. This is crazy, bro. And they can't say that the crazy white male lost his mind anymore, huh? And blame it on white men, right? Because that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. They want to say it was a crazy white man that lost his mind, right? That's what they want to do. This is a whole different ball game. 33.
Not all, because
yesterday 33.
Nutty. But generically, the gospel message.
How old was this person exactly? I'm gonna look at
the Bible itself, written in its original form, is about love, unity, and these lunatics.
I thought 6 was the evil number.
Don't
want
to follow any rules. Who want to live promiscuous lives or whatever their proclivities are.
Whatever life you want to live as an adult, who cares, bro? This don't involve children. Man, that's how I see that thing. But this attacking a Christian school, like, this is crazy. That's insane. Why are more people not talking about that? That's wild.
They deem Christianity to be something of a negative nature. I would argue this, then I gotta go. But I would argue this. Show me a person that followed the commandments and wouldn't live a better life. Show me that person. If the word... Hey,
I'm not saying you're wrong. Shoot, I'll even argue the same thing about the 7 deadly sins, man. If you just keep your eye on it and try not to go to the extremes, man, you can't say you won't be living a better life.
Girl, just abide by 2 commandments out of all 10. 2 commandments. That's it. Just do 2. You ain't got to do all 10. Do 2. This world will be a completely different place. Show me another religion. Show me another way, and then I'll trust you. Other than that, the Bible is the only way.
I don't disagree with anything he just said, especially at the end. This is a crazy, crazy event. I'm going to look more into it to get more information. If that manifesto come out, y'all know I'm reading it. As much as I could read online without getting a strike, y'all know I'm going to read it. I'm going to also look more into the person and see their background and things of that nature, man. This is really messed up. And this is a hate crime. And if I don't see people addressing it as such, then I know for sure. I already know. Because I'm already seeing people not really talk about it. But I'm gonna know for sure if I don't see coverage of this the way that I think it should be covered. I'm gonna know what people really think. Tell me what you think in the comment section. If you want access to my live streams, follow me on Twitch and follow me on Rumble. Yeah, that's where you get that exclusive, man. And if you want access to my face, videos where I show my face, go ahead and check out my Patreon, man. Show some love and support. It really helps me out. Keeps the channel going. Check out that merch too as well.